If you've got kids in school, then you probably got one of those letters sent home saying, hey, your kid volunteered to bring in 10 dozen cookies tomorrow. Got one of those letters the other day. So, instead of buying store-bought cookies, today I'll be making Alton Brown's Chewy Cookie Chocolate Chip recipe. It's a derivation off Nestle Full House cookie recipe, but it's a lot better. It's really chewy. The best chocolate chip cookie I've had that's not store-bought. A few ingredients you'll need, pretty simple. Unsalted butter, 2 sticks, and bread flour. Bread flour, it's important to use bread flour. I've used all-purpose unbleached flour, and it's okay. Bread flour, believe it or not, makes it so much better. You need sugar, brown sugar, chocolate chips, 2 eggs. Really, you'll be using 1 egg and the yolk of the other egg. I'll show you how to do that. It's a piece of cake. Teaspoon of kosher salt, teaspoon of baking soda, a little vanilla, and the recipe calls for a little milk, whole milk. I've got half and half. I'm going to use it because half and half is better. Who wants healthy cookies, right? A couple other things you'll need. I have a stand mixer. Makes life really easy. You can use a regular mixer, however you want to do it. Good cookie sheet, lined with parchment paper, very necessary. A scoop, also very important. And a few bowls to mix the ingredients up. Alright, let's show you how to do it. First thing we're going to do is we need to melt the butter. You can do it on the stovetop, you can do it in the microwave, however you want to do it. Simple, piece of cake. Melt the butter, put the dry ingredients, the flour, baking soda, kosher salt together. After the butter's melted, we'll go ahead and start putting things into the mixer.
Here's a quick review of our ingredients. Take note that I've listed the weights first. I found this to be a much easier way of baking anything, really, is if you have the weights. To use a little bitty scale, you just dump it in until you get the weight on the scale, then you're ready to go instead of having to dig through a couple of measuring cups and scoop in. But both are listed. It works either way.
Okay, so we've got our flour, salt, baking soda mixture ready to go. We've got our white sugar, brown sugar, and I've already done our milk, half and half, and vanilla. I put that together in there. Our butter, I melted that in the microwave, nice and good, real melted. The important part with the butter is you need to let it cool. It's been cooling for quite a while. The hot butter, it just does something, it starts the cooking process or whatever, and makes the cookies kind of thin and make sure it's nice and cool. Okay, egg, we need 2 eggs, or actually 1.5 eggs, okay? I'll take the first egg, dump it in there, good deal. Done with that, no problem. Now the second egg, this is kind of not really tricky, but we're going to need a second bowl here because we only want the yolk. I crack my eggs with a knife because I'm lazy. Get a good crack. You want it kind of cracked right in half. And the trick is you want to kind of do it, but you want to hold the yolk in one half of the shell like that, and you kind of, your hands are going to get kind of nasty here, but you kind of let it fall, and then you kind of just spill the yolk over into the other shell, back and forth, back and forth. Kind of get that, not the yolk, but the white. We don't need it. So we get most of that white gone, and then you put it in with the good bowl. That's all trash. Now we're ready to start our mixing process. Let me wash my hands and we'll get back to that. Alright, now we're set up to start our cookies. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to pour in our butter mixture here to our stand mixer. Like so. Get all that buttery goodness. We'll use a spatula here. And we're going to mix our sugars in with it. Go ahead and put it on a medium speed. Mixing our sugars here. We'll go with brown sugar. I'm not blocking the camera with the bowl here. Got our brown sugar in there.
white sugar. Basically, we're going to let that sucker go for about 2 minutes on medium speed. Beat it just about the right amount. Okay, and while we're doing that, we need to take our milk and vanilla and our eggs and combine them and whisk them together. I'm going to pour them in here. Discard the bowl. While that's still going, go ahead and whisk this together. Normally I probably wouldn't do this right over top of the bowl like this, but the camera's there, so it is what it is. It's a small thing, so it's hard to whisk in, but it gets the job done. Slimy bit. Right down there. Okay, that's at about the 2-minute mark. Just about now. So we want to turn down our mixer here at 2 minutes. And our sugar mixture looks really good. We're going to dump in our milk and egg and vanilla mixture. And we're going to let that go about 30 seconds or so. So it's really good and mixed thoroughly. Speed on here. Bring it back down. Use our spatula to get the edges real good. Make sure it's good and combined. Alright, now that we have that ready to go, and we're going to mix in our flour, salt, and baking soda. Do this at a medium speed. You want to do it kind of slowly. Trying to get a good even kind of coating of it. Don't want to just plop it all in at once. And this is where the stand mixer really helps, because I don't have to have my hand holding it, and it just makes it so much easier. And the bowl just spins by itself. It's amazing. A little more speed on it. Don't want too much speed because we'll be kicking flour everywhere. Now we're getting that cookie dough kind of texture going on. Alright, now we got our flour going. We want to mix this just until everything is mixed up. And then we're going to add our chocolate chips. Again, I'm going to use my spatula on the side here and kind of make sure everything is scraped off the edges. Kind of just run my mixture on my spatula, get all the junk off. Don't want to waste any. Alright, now we want to turn it down to slow once that's good and combined. A lot of people do this by hand. Just let the mixer do it. Go ahead and dump in our chocolate chips. It's a whole 12-ounce bag. Slow it down.
we'll go ahead and kill our mixer here. And we're going to have to pull it up. And kind of scrape it off here. And basically, that is it for the dough. Now with this dough, we're going to take it, we're going to cover it once I get it off these beaters here. And I'm going to put it in the fridge. It needs to chill for at least an hour. I like it really, really cold. I think the colder it is, the better it does when you bake them. So once we get this put together, put it in the fridge, let it chill for a while, we'll go ahead and it'll be good to go in an hour. We'll put it in the oven. Now that I've got these all scooped out on the sheet, they look kind of like that. I left lots of room for them to spread out because they're going to spread out. Not much, but a little bit. And it's the first batch. I'm going to make more later. So 350, 10 minutes, turning at 5.
C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, 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 start with C. Hey, you know what? A round cookie with one bite out of it looks like a C. A round donut with one bite out of it also looks like a C. But it is not as good as a cookie. Oh, the moon sometimes looks like a C, but you can't eat that. So, C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Yeah, C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, 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 start with C. Yeah! Cookie, 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 start with C. Oh boy! Cookie, 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 starts with C.
Our cookies are done. They've cooled, they've been cooling here for about 5 minutes out of the oven. Oop, don't fall off there, cookie. Doesn't that look good? Now, in case you're wondering, this next batch is going to be for my daughter's school, but those commercials where the car's out front on Christmas morning with the bow, this is what you give to Santa Claus to get the car. They are absolutely wonderful. I've got my milk, I've got my cookies, and that is why I am fat.
C is for cookie, that's good enough.